what I do.
They did their best to take Egypt out of Africa, right? But the truth is, history tells us a different story about Africa. Even though they tried to take Egypt out, all these major innovations and advancements in technology, mathematics, science, and now we're not just talking about Africa. What about the Asian cultures, the Arab societies, long before the Northern Europeans even made their mark on the world? Yet the narrative of white superiority persists, and you got people who cling tightly to that illusion of privilege. And this reliance on this racial superiority is ultimately going to be their downfall as a people. Because see, as long as mediocre people, and now it doesn't matter if they're white, as long as mediocre white people or mediocre people, whoever color they are, as long as you uplift them simply because of the color of their skin, they can't carry the weight. Okay, and they're going to continue being mediocre, and it's going to drive a society into mediocre. This sort of practice stifles true meritocracy, right? Where the most qualified folks, regardless of their color, regardless of their race or their ethnicity, should rise to the top. Look, I'm not for affirmative action. There was a time when affirmative action was a thing, but I'm also not for white privilege. Okay? I want the best person on the job, period. I want a true merit-based society where talent and hard work are recognized and rewarded. And this is essential for the progress of everyone and for our society. It's time to break free from these outdated notions of privilege and superiority. Instead, we need to build a society that values individuals' equality. You understand? And this is the same thing Dr. King said. Hey, you're not known, it's not your color, your skin, the content of your character. Shout out to Rob Carpenter. You understand what I'm saying? And see, only when we can foster genuine growth and innovation that benefits everyone, not just the selected few. And look, let me explain something to you. Black folks, you can't be for affirmative action and then against white privilege. Okay, because basically white privilege is affirmative action for mediocre white people. I just want you to understand that. Okay, that's what I need you to do. Okay, I need you to understand that. Okay, so we're gonna go back to a merit-based society. That's how we get down. Now let's talk about these wealthy whites who use these poor whites. Okay, we need to recognize that this upper middle class group of white folks have historically used poor white people as enforcers and distractions to protect their own interests. They literally pitted working white folks against people of color, and they created this illusion of superiority by diverting attention away from the real issues. For example, consider how wealthy elites, they often fund these campaigns that stoke the fear and resentment towards Black people or immigrants and other marginalized communities. All the while they reap the benefits of the system that keeps them on top. Look at all these, you got these folks up here complaining about these immigrants, but they use them to run their companies, cheap labor. I want you to think about that. And it's not just the farm workers. They use them for all these different things. Okay, shout out to CR. And so on one hand, they tell we got to get rid of these foreigners. On the other hand, they're using these same foreigners for cheap labor. I want you to think about that. You see? And they got the poor whites thinking, well, that's your enemy. And in the back door, they're using them. And so this illusion of white privilege is carefully constructed. It's a facade supported by a system of laws that disproportionately favor white folks. But when those positions of power no longer maneuver the levers of that system, when they feel threatened by changing demographics and shifting political landscape, this privilege starts to crumble. It becomes exceedingly difficult. Did I say shout out to CR? It becomes exceedingly difficult to enforce any sort of privilege when you're a racial minority and you lack the cooperation of the majority. Okay? And this is precisely why maintaining an overwhelming white majority here in this country, in the UK, and all these other countries that are so-called making a right-wing turn, because even in Germany, they've elected a right-wing minority party Trump is considered right wing. He's really more of a nationalist, and he's doing the things that will decrease the population, if not scare the bejesus out of folks, so that they don't feel free. And that in itself gives folks a certain feel of privilege. Okay. But we see this play out, and there's a fervent opposition to changing the laws that promote equality and inclusion. And we see it happening, right? It's a relentless effort to deport immigrants, whether they be Hispanic, Asian, or Black, right? You don't see so much with the whites because that's not the priority, okay? And the truth is, the fight against racial justice and equality is not just about preserving white privilege. It's about maintaining a system that allows the wealthy to thrive while poor whites are left believing that they're superior, all the while being used as pawns in a game that ultimately serves the interests of the elite. It's time to take a look at this. Now, again, I voted for Trump. I'm 100% all the way with what he's doing, but I have a direct benefit from it. Most of you all don't even pay enough taxes for it to even matter. I do. You see, I'm a small business owner. I work for myself. I'm a professional. So I understand why I did it. I just don't understand why you all did it. But the truth is, I do understand why you all did it, because, you wanted to be just like the Latinos want to be adjacent white. The whites want to maintain their little white privilege, even though it's at this point non-existent, because the only thing white privilege would do these days is maybe not get you whooped up on by the police. Now, we got 16 super chats, man. I'm going to hopefully we'll get to 20. Let's see if we got any cash apps up in here. Y'all hit the number 1 button if you hear me. Let's see if we got some cash apps popping. Got 16 super chats. We got a shout out to my man Sick With It Yo. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much, Sick With It Yo. Let's talk to my folks here. Barry Little, thank you so much for the super chat here. He says, big club, and they ain't in it. Sucker born every minute. Chump Seat, thank you so much, fam. Father of many nations, living in South Carolina. We had Reagan free lunch and had catfish, crabs, and shrimp to eat every day. Now, now we all make 6 figures. Lord done blessed us. Thank you, Uncle D. See you at the Black Manosphere. Man, I'm be chilling, man. I ain't gonna be at the Black Manosphere. Where is that at this year? Where's the Black Manosphere this year? I probably won't be there. But shout out to everyone on the mic. You putting your little cat spit all on the mic, buddy. I don't want to touch the mic now. You got your little cat. You be out here licking your balls and eating frogs in the backyard. Okay, this is what I did. Look what this is not professional, buddy. I'm gonna need you. Maybe Buddy need to get his own broadcast at some point. He can sit here and purr at you all. But let me try to do the best to try to finish. I'm doing the best I can. Buddy is worse than the child because you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They don't listen at all. Anyway, somebody type Buddy in the chat room. Anyway, let me see. It's hard to focus. Orange cat activities. But my man Johnny Harris said, more Social Security for us now. All y'all out of here. Thank you so much. Buddy, the orange cat. Yeah, he is very much orange. Look at Buddy. Who else we got? Rob Carpenter. They want to take out all the black superstars one by one. It's been going since Muhammad Ali is going to continue until the black superstars band together. Enough is enough. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We got 17 super chats. Maybe we'll get 3 more. Master level classes nightly. Thank you so much, bro. I'm gonna take a break soon. Also, Leslie, I ain't learned that Nathan now hit these N-words with the church music. I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna hit it with the church music. But one day I am gonna hit you. I remember when I used to play that Under the Blood. Remember that Jamaican church song? But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up, man. I got some more to say. Okay, so y'all hang in there. Buddy, can I have a minute? We'll see. Either way, look, I want you poor white people to listen. I know it's been hard to hear. You probably heard this before, right? I know you poor whites have heard it before. There is no white privilege. Yes, there is. That's the white privilege is what rich white people tell you you have so they can keep manipulating you and using you, okay? What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. Blizzard King here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.